or we could do news of the day now. Because if I don't report on all this stuff, then I'm going to continue to get message after message after message after message after message after message after message. So, to quote my wife, holy crap, the messages. And I said, yep. So, there was a car accident that the New York Rangers have reported today. If you're in a complete and total panic, here's the thing. They didn't trade Georgiev. Now, if they traded Georgiev, I'd be like, now's the perfect time to panic. The New York Rangers, with Georgiev and Lundqvist, I believe can still do this. So, it was a car accident. Shesterkin and Buchnevich were both involved. They're saying Buchnevich was uninjured, which doesn't mean he wasn't shaken up at all. So he's considered day-to-day. Shesterkin will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. It's supposed to be a dislocated broken rib. So it's not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean his season's over, and it doesn't mean that's it. You know, you don't have to do the, oh no, we suck again kind of thing, because I don't think the Rangers do. Shesterkin was brought in while the Rangers were playing well. They play better with him, sure, but there's still an opening there for them to get into a playoff spot. I'm not overly concerned. In a trade that's not going on the board, so I'm not putting all of the trades on the trade board, Calle Rosen's been reacquired by the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for Michael Hutchinson going to Colorado. I can only assume that Kyle Dubas is trolling the fans at this point. I don't know what else to say. They traded Rosen away because it didn't work, but maybe it'll work with Sheldon Keefe. Maybe Sheldon Keefe can make things go with Calle Rosen in a way that Mike Babcock couldn't. So, fingers crossed if you're a Leafs fan, and apparently Riley's been skating, so Riley may not be too far out, and CC's not too far out. I know Toronto fans are like, oh, why? But yeah, Calle Rosen is back. Next up, Borgman comes back, and ta-da, Dubas. Also in Rangers news, it's been finalized. Chris Kreider has signed a 7-year, $45.5 million contract that will pay him $6.5 million a year. That's, you know what? The term is a bit long, but $6.5 million, that's not horrible. And again, we'll see whether or not it's worth it over the long term of it, but he's staying with the Rangers. And again, this mentality that the Rangers have today of, you know what, we're keeping things together and we're not selling, I like it. Even if Shesterkin misses some time, I'm not overly concerned. It's been a really, really fun run to watch for them. Also on signing news, Rocco Grimaldi has signed a 2-year, $4 million in total extension with the Nashville Predators. Grimaldi's been fantastic for Nashville this year, so this, I think, is a pretty good signing for them. Good value they get there, and we'll see who else gets signed today. Those are the only two right now, but apparently there's Pajot may work out a contract with the Islanders, which, if he does, that's one thing, but you know, he wasn't going to sign an extension in New York or in Ottawa with the Senators anyways, so doesn't really affect what the Senators would have done. Maybe you could have got more if you'd had the Islanders work out the extension and worked on the trade at the same time. I don't know. I don't think Lou would have gone for that anyways. Give me the player, then I'll work on the extension. No, we're not doing it that way. Gage Quinney made history last night as the first Vegas-born, and he's literally Vegas-born, so I'm sure that's what he'll be called from here going forward. He made history last night as the first Vegas-born player to score a point in the NHL. He got an assist, and they rewarded him by sending him to the minors after the game. So he will be back, I would imagine, and it's a good story. So I figured we might as well end on a good story. So there's your first news of the day. I would imagine there will be more. Again, if you're a Rangers fan, I don't think now's the time to panic. Because again, you know, in 2 weeks' time, for 2 weeks, Georgiev can hold down the fort. When Shesterkin was out for, how many games was he out? 3, 4? Yeah, Georgiev was fine. He showed he could even play back-to-backs. So I think this just gives Georgiev a further opportunity to prove himself. And I don't think any of the 3 Ranger goalies necessarily wanted to move on. And for Lundqvist, I don't see him going anywhere. But again, we're not to the deadline yet, so we'll see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. It's going to be a long day. And I had like 5 hours sleep again last night, because of course I did. Cats are fantastic. You roll over and bear goes, "Oh, you're awake," and starts purring right in your face. And I'm like, "You're not awake," but then I'm awake. So there you go. It worked. It's what she wanted. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.